Hey everyone, it's Kariana with Create Your Future. I'm a certified law of assumption coach, I'm a certified life coach, and I'm a certified meditation practitioner. And last but not least, I am your favorite witchy coach. So all of my information for one-on-one coaching will be down in the description box below, along with information on our free course that we're giving away. It's how to find your blocks and manifest anything fast. So check all that information out down below. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about a topic that's been brought up a lot during sessions, so I feel like you guys want to hear about it. It is about how to deal with the 3D while manifesting SP. Okay, so first and foremost, guys, people will come to me and they'll ask me like, can I do this? Can I say this? Can I interact with my SP like this? Can I is it safe for me to say this or do this? Yeah, okay. You guys make the rules, right? So it's your reality. And as long as you give yourself permission and allow, then you're okay. You're totally okay. There's no right or wrong answer on how you interact with your 3D while you're manifesting SP. Okay. Now I do say that I don't agree with, reacting out here, letting the 3D manipulate you, because we all know that it's fake, right? And reacting and spiraling and having, bad reactions to things and spiraling for hours and days and all of that, because I've already explained to you that your subconscious doesn't know your emotions. So if you do have a little moment of, fear or anxiety or crying, or, you wake up and you're in a, kind of a yucky mood, everything is reminding you that you don't have your manifestation yet and you're fighting against your subconscious a lot that day. Okay, that's fine. You can have a reaction, right? But I don't want you to sit there and spiral with it for, like I said, hours, days, weeks. I want you to feel those feelings, feel those emotions, right? Because you are a human being. And then I want you to just be able to flip that, feel it and then flip it and move about your day, your night, your week. Okay. But nothing is going to mess up your manifestation. You make the rules. Okay. And I've said this before in videos that if you, if you're fearing your SP, if you do something or say something that they're going to leave and you're going to be abandoned, if you're in contact with your SP, if you have any kind of interaction with them and you're afraid of what you're going to do or what you say is going to ruin, something that you have going on with your SP right now, or you're going to stop your manifestation from coming in or stop SP from conforming. You can impede things, you can slow things down for yourself, but your manifestation is guaranteed. So just because you have a moment of fear or doubt or worry or maybe even interacting and responding to something and you feel like you did it in a negative way, you didn't ruin anything, right? There's always time to pause and then flip it into the positive and flip it into the favorable, right? The minute that you start choosing good thoughts again, your SP is conforming, right? The minute that we go back into unfavorable, when we go back into the old story, then you jam your SP up from conforming. But there's no time like the present to flip it and you can change it around. Okay. So that's first and foremost. But like the scenario of, my clients will ask me, can I date somebody else? Can I entertain somebody else while I'm manifesting my SP? Well, you can if you allow it, if you allow that. And they're like, well, I'm going to go out on dates with this person and I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, well, first and foremost, get clear on what you want. I always say that, get clear on what you think is going to be okay in your reality, what you're going to feel good with. And if you decide that you want to date somebody else, then use that as fuel. When you start feeling, a high self-concept and you start feeling like you have a strong creator mindset, and you start feeling good about manifesting and you're feeling more confident, you're going to get more attention. It's going to happen. And so when you have that attention, if somebody asks you out and you decide to go out with them, that's fine. I mean, why not spend an hour having somebody tell you how handsome you are, how beautiful you are? Why not spend an hour at dinner and have great conversation and have, some drinks, good cocktails, good wine. And in those moments, if my clients will say, well, what if I start feeling sad about SP? Is that going to ruin my manifestation? It's like, no, it's really not, and instead in those moments, flip those thoughts into my SP does this for me. My SP makes me feel this way. My SP makes me feel exactly like this and treats me as exactly like this. I have no doubt. I have no doubt that my SP cares about me like this. Okay. Remember, you can always flip those thoughts into positive. There's no time like the present. Also, too, I'll have my clients ask me, well, what if I'm in contact with SP and SP says or does something that I don't feel is right? Okay. Or they're in front of my face and they're telling me, I don't want a relationship. I just want friends with benefits. And I think I told you that, and I'm sticking to that. Okay. Well, instead of feeding into that and overreacting and going out here and having a negative reaction and spiraling and, telling maybe your SP something that you don't mean, now you got into this big argument or whatever. I always say you always have an option to create boundaries and go inside and create boundaries. Right? You can do that with inner conversation. You can do that with just going in and doing your mental diet and affirming and intending and staying delusional while you're having this conversation. Like I say, you can interact and you can respond to what's happening in your 3D. It's not so much the action, right? It's where you're living, and you've got to live in here as much as you can. And so you can interact and you can respond, but in your head, you're affirming for what you want. And that is SP is fully committed to you. SP makes you feel like the most important person in the world. SP is always showering you with love and affection. SP is always telling you how fully committed and how in love they are with you. Okay. So that's how you react. That's how you're gonna deal with your 3D while you're manifesting SP. Say that you have a situation with 2 SPs. Okay. A lot of people ask me about this too. And they're like, well, I don't know what to do. I have 2 SPs, or, I had an SP that I was manifesting and they decided to drop this SP and focus on the SP, that they really want, but it's still a friends with benefit situation. And while they're doing that, old SP comes in, which that happens a lot, when you start feeling, once again, when you start feeling confident about yourself, when you start having a strong creator mindset and, you start feeling good. And then all of a sudden old SP comes in because they're feeling that our thoughts are always being overheard, right? Everyone is us pushed out. We're feeling good about ourselves. SP has to feel good about us. SP comes in and they treat us as such. Right. So the old SP comes in and now you got this dilemma and you don't know what to do because you've got old SP, new SP. The new SP is still still conforming. And we still have a friend with benefit situation. And then I have old SP showing me all this attention now, but it's not really exactly what I want anymore. Well, I tell my clients all the time, it's really up to you on how you want to deal with it. If you want to entertain both SPs and you allow that and you give yourself permission for that and you've gotten clear on what you want, then it's right for you. It's your reality, right? It's your reality. So yeah, guys, I want you guys to remember that you make the rules, that this is your reality, that everybody else follows suit, right? Just like it's like everything follows your thoughts, like your emotions, right, are being created by your thoughts. Okay. If you have good thoughts about yourself, SP comes in and treats you as such. Okay. If you feel good about yourself, SP comes in and they feel good about you. If you're prioritizing yourself, then SP comes in and prioritizes you. Okay. So it's like if we have the thought of, I allow this to happen. Okay. I'm allowing this to happen in my reality. And I don't have any doubt about that. And I say that this is okay in my reality, then guess what? It is going to be okay. Okay. And there's no problem with, like I was saying earlier, interacting and responding to your 3D. If something is said that you don't like, and you feel like you need to create a boundary out here, I always tell my clients, go ahead and do that, but try to stay from calm and neutral, calm confidence, take the emotion out of it. Okay. Because the last thing I want you guys to do is to have a situation that happens and then you respond and you spiral for hours and days and weeks. You didn't ruin anything. You're just impeding your manifestation from coming in. You're making it harder on yourself. So why do that, right? There's no reason for it. When we can simply say, okay, I don't think that I can interact right now, respond right now. I'm going to remove myself from the situation. I'm going to keep intending. I'm going to keep affirming. I'm going to keep doing the method that I was doing, whatever it was, scripting, visualization. Do whatever you need to do to get yourself back into reset and on track, and take yourself out of that equation. Take yourself out of the situation. You didn't do anything wrong. You're reacting accordingly because you're saying that that's how you want to deal with the situation at the time. And guess what? If you say that it's right, it's okay, it is, because you're allowing it. You know, your assumptions are, it's okay because this is my reality. So I do what I want, and everybody else is going to respond to that. Okay. Remember, guys, it's not so much about the actions, what you're doing and what you're not doing. It's where you're living, where you're dwelling. We need to dwell here, favorable thoughts in our head. We need to live in our mind as much as we can, as much as we can. Now, I know that it seems impossible to catch every single thought and flip every single thought, and that's okay. That's okay. We just need to live in the desirable, right? In the favorable thoughts, in the wish fulfilled, okay? As much as we can. Who am I? Who am I in response to this? Right now is if I had everything that I wanted right now. I had SP in their perfect version. I had the life that I wanted with SP. SP's coming in hot, telling me everything I want to hear. They're the perfect version of themselves. Who am I in accordance to that? Who am I? Who am I in response to that? Okay. And living from that story, no matter what you see out here, no matter what you don't see, no matter what you hear, no matter what you don't hear. Okay. We live in here. So I don't want you guys to get so caught up on the action of everything, the action. What do I do if this is happening? What do I do if that's happening? When we're concentrated too much on how we're going to interact with what's happening in our 3D, what's happening in our reality right this second, right? Then we're kind of letting it manipulate us. We're kind of letting it dominate us. We're kind of letting it control us. And then we're telling our subconscious that we're not in control, right? That we don't get what we want, that we don't make the rules. And that's not okay, because we do make the rules. We get every single thing we want. And we are in control all the time, even though it doesn't seem like it sometimes. It's an illusion, guys. It's an illusion. We're always in control. This is always our reality. We're always controlling it. We're always driving the bus. Okay. So next time you have a situation that happens with anything, but we're talking about SP today, but anytime you have a situation that happens with SP that might be unfavorable, that might be uncomfortable, remember, interacting and responding is okay, but you can still be in your mind, living in your mind, and affirming for exactly what you want, no matter what you see, no matter what you hear, once again. Okay? Because remember, subconscious isn't responding to anything but your thoughts. You know, you're leading it. You're leading your subconscious always. Okay? And we all know that when we keep, you know, your subconscious is accepting everything you think as the truth. Okay? It's impressing constantly, right? We're changing your brain constantly. We're redirecting our brains constantly. We're creating new neural pathways constantly, right? Redirecting our brain until we create a new neural pathway. Okay. Subconscious does not take anything what your thoughts, what you're feeding it, your thoughts are. So we need to choose the favorable as much as we can. Okay. We need to choose the favorable. So yeah, guys, I really want you guys to remember that and don't be so hard on yourselves. Don't be so anxious when you're dealing with different situations that happen while you're manifesting SP. Don't be so caught up on it. Okay. Because it's really just where you're living, and we just got to live in the mind. Okay. Everything else will follow that. As much as we entertain the favorable thoughts and we live, like I like to say, as delusional as we can, everything else will follow that. Okay. Your feelings, emotions, everything will start following that. Your SP will start showing up as the perfect version that the story that you're living in here in your mind, the story that you're replaying, it will push out. It's a guarantee. It's a guarantee that it will push out. So yeah, guys, I just want you guys to remember that, the 3D it's old. Okay. Don't let it trip you up, and don't let it manipulate you. And don't let it worry you too much. We don't live out here because we know this is old. And we just look at it, like I've said in many videos, as a lesson on the chalkboard. Anything pushes out in our 3D that seems so real, which is an illusion, we literally just look at it as a lesson on the chalkboard, because it really honestly is just what you've been entertaining in here. It's literally a product of all of our thoughts that have been going on in here. So, my clients will come to me and they'll say, oh, I booked this session because I had a freak out and I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go from here. And of course, I help them out and I guide them. But I always say, I just want you to remember, you haven't messed anything up, right? You haven't ruined anything. Okay. Now, if this does push out after our session and you start experiencing what you were spiraling about, your bad thoughts, your unfavorable thoughts, so if they start playing out, if they start pushing out, you just got to look at it like, okay, this is pushing out because I had a little spiral moment. I had a little freak out. I'm just going to let it go. I'm going to look at it as a lesson on a chalkboard. If it's unfavorable, I'm going to know what I need to do differently, right? And then I'm going to cut my attention off from it. And the quicker I cut my attention off from it, the quicker it dies, the quicker it leaves my reality, and the quicker that I do not have to experience it any longer. And then I redirect my brain. And I redirect my brain on the favorable, and I concentrate on the favorable. I live in here. I live as if this is happening right now. I am this person that's experiencing this. Okay. I'm living in the wish fulfilled. And then I'll experience that next. That will push out next. Without a doubt. I don't doubt that. It will push out. Okay. So I hope that I covered most of how to deal with the 3D, or all of it. I intend that this was easy to understand, but informational, like I always say. And yeah, guys, I want you guys to remember that you're perfect and you're powerful. Okay. Don't doubt that. Don't doubt that ever. Okay. Even if you have a bad day, you're perfect and you're powerful. And you know that I love, love, love you guys. I always say that. And I love what I do. And I hope that you guys reach out to me. I intend that you reach out to me for one-on-one coaching if you guys do need help. Okay. And I hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Well, I might see you guys before Thanksgiving. One more video, I think. Yeah. So I hope you guys are enjoying your fall and the fall weather. And I hope you guys had a spooky Halloween. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.